All in. And they're off. And off to a good start. Cherry Anu broke out sharply, is the early leader. And gets a soft early lead, but Medler's Tart now gets alongside and gets into the lead. Medler's Tart just forced to work at the outside of Cherry Anu to pick up the lead. Then a length and a half back to Spirit of Silvano, who over races. Blonde Actor's fourth, racing at his outside. No real pace on now that Medler's Tart found the lead, because Waiting for Summer also threw his head around for a couple of strides. Peace in Our World is one from last, and that leaves Gold Rock at the back of the field. There's 6 lengths in it at the corner of the track towards the final 1,200 metres they go, and Medler's Tart in front by a couple of lengths over Cherry Anu at the head of the others in second. Pace a little bit better down the side of the course. Medler's Tart wants to oil. Then came Spirit of Silvano, who races away in third, about a length and a half in front of Blonde Act, who's got fourth. That's at the outside of Waiting for Summer. Peace in Our World still second to last, and Gold Rock is the trailer. No change in the order past the 900. Medler's Tart, no point fighting. In front now by 4 lengths at the top of the straight. Cherry Anu is second. Then comes Spirit of Silvano in a better rhythm, got a pace to aim at. That's third at the top of the straight. Then 2 back to Blonde Act, Yellow Sleeves and Purple Cap. Waiting for Summer at his inside. Then came Gold Rock and Peace in Our World. They the last 2. They went past the 600. Medler's Tart still on the pointy end. Spirit of Silvano closed in to race second. Then Cherry Anu not panicking yet. Blonde Act being sent about. Then came Gold Rock towards the inside, is Waiting for Summer, and Peace in Our World trying to get closer. 300 metres left to run, and Blonde Act attacked early. Cherry Anu now needs to get urgent. Medler's Tart drops into third. Spirit of Silvano's fourth. Blonde Act, Cherry Anu. Here we go. They eyeball for eyeball into the final 100 metres. In front now we find Blonde Act over Cherry Anu, and Blonde Act has beaten Cherry Anu. Third is a photo. It's tight there between Waiting for Summer and Medler's Tart. The heavens suddenly open. Blonde Act, I think the fact that he got urgent on his bicycle just before the others has yielded dividends here. Cherry Anu is just a really, really nice horse. But Blonde Act got first run on him after coming from behind Cherry Anu. Blonde Act was the first to go. He obviously had to get on his bicycle early. Those numbers confirmed 3, 2, 5 and 4. And that early building of momentum has served Blonde Act well in race number 6.
Well, we did promise you a ding-dong tussle to the finish line, and we said Blonde Act will be fighting it out with Cherry Anu. That's exactly what commentator Alistair Cohen said upstairs. And well done to the winning connections. And yep, the stable, obviously the groom gets a winning 1,500 Rand. This is Godfrey with me, and he is taking the money on behalf of AJ, the groom of our winner, which is Blonde Act. Very well done. Okay, there we go. Now, we just love racing. When you get a race like this and they're just 2 horses together that move up like that, that's what it's all about. And the man that gave us the confidence early on, he did believe that this afternoon Blonde Act would win, and I think he pointed a lot of people into the right direction as a possible banker in a competitive race. Richard, thank you and well done.
My pleasure, thank you.
All right, now take us through the race. Obviously, in your mind the whole way, Samanga, I've got to see where Samanga is. You were sitting in behind him. Talk to us like a jockey does.
Yeah, look, had a lovely draw. Jumped off, didn't want to take the rail. He's a sort of horse who can fall asleep around the bends, but his last 2 starts he's shown a lot more aggression. Like he's really enjoying his racing, and you can keep the position quite comfortably. And then just before we turned into home, the good Lord opened up the taps, and we started getting wet, and we're like, oh, okay, what now? Yeah. But he was in a good mind. I just think last time he just probably needed a run. He showed a lot of early speed and just burnt himself out. But like I said early on in the day, I just thought he's so well weighted. He loves that 1800, and he's going to be a really hard horse to try and pin back, because as soon as a fight comes, he'll just keep giving. He's an honest horse. Well done to the owners, Mr. Griff and his team. They do all the hard work, and obviously to my sponsors at Winning Form. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well done, Richard.
Cool.
That's Richard Fourie, and just while I wait for Alan to come into the picture, as Richard came up the stairs to go and get weighed, and the clock of scales was waiting for him, he said to me, I just love this horse, Alan. It's such lovely feedback. I mean, they ride so many horses, but sometimes you just get that connection between jockey and the equine athlete.
Oh, well, Richard's a top jockey, and he loves his job and he loves his horses, and, you got to love what you do. And sometimes you do get a special rapport with horse doesn't have to be a great horse to be
No,
honest.
sure.
You know, he just a horse trainer, jockey. We're all the same. We take to a certain horse, and you know, it's just one of those things. And Richard was really confident today. He walked on the course, and when I saw him in the jockey room, I said, "What do you think today?" He says, "Don't worry, Blonde Act will win." I said, "What?" He says, "Blonde Act will win." True to his word. Well done, Richie.
Yeah.
And to all the owners that are partners, there's a host of them: Greg Blank, Daryl and Hilton, Utah, Gary Pierre, my wife, Les Pellets in Australia.
Yes.
I think that's just about covered everybody, unless I've skipped somebody.
Spot on. Well done.
You know, they staunch supporters of racing in the Eastern Cape and racing countrywide. Daryl's just been overseas, so this will revive him and hopefully maybe pay a little bit towards the travelling expenses that he had last week. But welcome home, Daryl.
Yeah.
We got him a winner. Bang on target.
Well done, Alan.
Thank you.
All right, great. There we go. Now we're going to go to one of the sponsors of the race. Come through the pictures here right now. And that is Frank Fourie, and he is the senior partner of Lead Financial Services, or strategist, shall I say. And we're going to ask you a few questions. But firstly, I see you stayed out of the rain and out of the wet. Guys, having a good time upstairs.
Absolutely loving it. And first of all, congratulations to Richard and Alan, who's just done. Richard, the jockey, and Alan, the trainer. Well done to them. We're having an absolute awesome time. We used this afternoon as a team building exercise as well. Got 2 teams going, and the team is just having a great time.
It's a perfect venue for something like that.
Very much so, definitely. Just mentioned earlier, didn't know about it. Definitely will be back. And we just thank you to Collegiate actually opening up the day. That's how we landed up here today. Through Collegiate, we serve we're associated with them as well. They're serving on the SGB. But yeah, what an afternoon.
All right, so the association comes there from Collegiate with regards to what you do business-wise. So how long has Lead been trading, and why Port Elizabeth?
As you can see, we've got 4 seasons in 1 year. It's a great place, isn't it? No, Port Elizabeth's very, very close to the heart. Born and bred here. Business has been going now for 20 years. I founded it 20 years ago, and we've just been growing, been blessed over the 20 years, and yeah, just been going from strength to strength.
All right, and the industry itself, what services do you provide? We see the word accounting, so we obviously know it's got to do with the financial side.
Yeah, so we're accountants and lifestyle financial planners. That's our designation.
Okay.
But we very much see ourselves as partners to our clients. We partner with them in finance, and that's just part of the culture and the value system that we carry. But yes, we do accounting, tax, business consulting, lifestyle financial planning, etc.
Broad spectrum.
Very much so.
All right, well, it's a pleasure having you here, Frank, and for the people upstairs joining your table as well. Go back a couple of winners. We've still got 2 races left this afternoon, and we look forward to you being back here as a sponsor one day to have some more fun and to contribute to an industry that is still growing.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Alan Krief wins the 6th this afternoon, and thanks very much to Richard Fourie as well for pointing us in the right direction early on. So we've got 2 races to go. Let's see if we can be back in the winner's box.